Hey, it's Brad from BackcountrySkiingCanada.com. Today we're going to do a comparison review of the Suunto Spartan Ultra, which is this watch here, and the Garmin Fenix3, which is this watch here. We've reviewed both these watches on the website as well as video overviews on YouTube, so have a look at both of those for specifics of features and whatnot. But today we're just going to compare the two watches and see which one we think might be the overall leader in this field. So the Spartan Ultra weighs 73 grams, which is 2.58 ounces, and the Fenix weighs 82 grams or 2.9 ounces. So in the weight category, the Spartan has a slight advantage over the Fenix3. As far as dimensions are concerned, the Spartan comes in at 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters and 17 mils wide. So that's pretty good for a watch with all these features. The Fenix3 comes in at 51 mils by 51 mils by 16 mils thick. So you can see they're very similar. But again, the Spartan Ultra has a slight edge over the Fenix3. As far as battery life is concerned, the Spartan Ultra has 16 hours in training mode and it will run for 15 days in standard watch mode, whereas the Garmin Fenix 3 has 20 to 50 hours battery life in training mode and up to 6 weeks in the watch mode. So a huge advantage for the Garmin Fenix 3 over the Spartan Ultra as far as battery life is concerned at this point. I know that the folks at Suunto are trying to improve the battery life as well, so that should change with future updates. As far as price is concerned, the Suunto Spartan Ultra comes in at just over $1,000, about $1,035 Canadian or $800 US, so it's a pretty pricey watch. The Fenix 3 comes in at $550 Canadian to about $700, depending on which feature set you get and which version. So again, the advantage here has to go to the Fenix 3. So overall on the score so far, we've got weight and size is favoring the Suunto Spartan Ultra, and the battery life and price is definitely favoring the Fenix 3. If we look at some of the features, the displays on both of these watches are color displays, but the Spartan Ultra has a touchscreen display, so kind of a handy feature. As far as the watches are concerned, they're both GPS compatible. They both have activity and tracking built in. They both have altimeters, barometers, compasses, and they also both have temperature sensors. They also have dual time, each of them, alarm settings, stopwatch, and each watch is resistant to 100 meters or 300 feet, so very similar in the feature sets. One feature that the Spartan Ultra has right now is a recovery mode. That is not available on the Fenix 3 to date. The heart rate monitor is built in both these watches in the newer versions, but on these versions you do have to wear a heart rate monitor. And then as far as smartphone compatibility, both do have Bluetooth built in, so they can talk to your smartphone and you can get notifications. The Garmin Fenix 3 is Wi-Fi enabled, so you can actually download your data over a Wi-Fi connection, so that is a big advantage over the Spartan Ultra. The watch faces are customizable on both, but you do have a lot more options with the Garmin watch than you do over the Suunto watch. As far as apps are concerned, you can download apps for the Fenix 3 right now. There's lots of them online. With the Suunto Spartan Ultra, you cannot do that right now. I know they're working on that, but right now you can't do that. Sleep tracking is available on the Fenix 3. It is not available on the Ultra to date. And then as far as uploading your data to a website, Suunto has the Suunto Link site, and then Garmin has the Garmin Express site. So you can download all your data, and you can also make routes and download them to watches as well. So overall, very similar watches, but just slightly different, in the benefits for each one. Overall, I'd say the Ultra, the Spartan Ultra, it has fewer buttons. It only has 3 buttons to operate, so it's very easy to operate. And it has a much smaller charger, so I did like that as far as when you're traveling with it, the charger is much smaller. For the Fenix 3, it does have more features built in right now. I know that Suunto is working on more features, but overall, Garmin Fenix 3 would be the clear winner as far as a feature set. and I find it a lot easier to use than the Spartan Ultra. It's just the menus make more sense, toggling through and finding options make a lot more sense, and it's got a lot more features built into it to date. You can also customize the Fenix a lot more than you can the Ultra. The Suunto Spartan Ultra was released in the fall, and they've been working very hard to come out with new features, and they are updating the software. The hardware is set obviously, but they are updating the feature set, and that will be updated. So far it's been updated every month, so the watch is getting better and better, but I'd say right now, as far as the feature set, it is lagging behind the Fenix3. So as far as which watch is the clear winner, it's a pretty gray area. You know, they're very similar in weight and dimensions. Battery life, I'd say the Garmin wins by a long shot, but Suunto is quickly working on changes to that, so that should improve soon. Price, again, Garmin wins because you're looking at you know, $300 to $500 difference in price Canadian. As far as features, we went through the quick list. Very similar feature set as well, but again, the Fenix3 has more features currently. Wi-Fi, watch faces, apps, sleeping, things like that. So usability, again, very similar, but I did slightly prefer the Garmin Fenix3. Having said that, Suunto is updating the Spartan Ultra software monthly, and I just learned at the Winter OR show that the Garmin Fenix3 has now been updated to the Fenix 5, and it will have full navigable maps and topos on the watch as well, coming out in the spring. So stay tuned for that. We are going to do a review on that as well. So there you have it. There's the two watches, the Suunto Spartan Ultra compared to the Garmin Fenix3. Have a look at both of them. Let us know what you think is the better watch, and you know, leave some comments here and let us know your thoughts. And also look at both reviews on the website for each watch, and then let us know what you prefer. Thanks so much for watching. For all reviews backcountry skiing, any technical reviews like this one, or skis, boots, bindings, skins, anything backcountry skiing or camping like sleeping bags and tents, go to backcountryskiingcanada.com. Thanks very much.